Since they really made it big in the early 70s with the Joker's Wild, which would become bigger in syndication, then soon followed up with Tic Tac Doe and many others. Barry and Enright Productions, even though Jack Barry was actually in part of the quiz show scandal from back in the 50s. But anyway, he and Dan Enright had made some hit or miss games that weren't quite as big like Joker's Wild or Tic Tac Doe. Stuff like Hollywood Connection, which I need to cover that sometime. And shows I've already talked about, like Hot Potato and Bullseye. And this show I'm going to talk about, hosted by Geoff Edwards, this is a pretty underrated game that went through a lot of changes during its short stay. So today on the Wide World Game Shows, let's talk about player percentages. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews presents Wide World of Game Shows. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, bearing on with the Big D, and I'm back again with the Wide World of Game Shows after I had taken a little bit of a break from this. But I'm back to tackle another underrated game show. This show I'm about to talk about is pretty underrated in ways, even though it went through some changes during its short stay. But anywho, I've seen this game before as a kid in reruns and growing up. But anyway, we're going about to play with something that really can be a challenge and what have you, and that is a percentage. And let me tell you, this game can be pretty fun and a little challenging if you catch my drift, of course. So now, without further ado, I bring to you Play the Percentages. Play the Percentages was a game show originally produced by Barry and Enright Productions. It premiered in syndication in January of 1980. It only lasted for about a half a year. It was hosted by Geoff Edwards. Okay, so yeah, I was right. It ran for a little over a half a year. Anyway, the show started on January 7th and ended on September 12th, 1980. Jay Stewart, who of course was already well known for being the announcer for Let's Make a Deal, and was currently still announcing for Barry and Enright's hits The Joker's Wild and Tic Tac Doe at the time, was the announcer for its first 6 weeks. Then Bob Hilton, who would later go on to be the announcer for the original Blockbusters with Bill Cullen later on that same year, would do it for the rest of the run. The show's host was Geoff Edwards, who recently hosted the game of Jackpot from Bob Stewart Productions, and of course Treasure Hunt for Chuck Barris Productions, which its new version would come out the following year. And also he would be a substitute host for Chain Reaction during his run on the show. The game changed format several times over its short run, but all forms involved some variation on asking questions with percentage answers or statistics. Now, originally, they started out with a couples format. From its beginning, 2 married couples competed. One contestant from each couple was asked to estimate what percentage of 300 people answered a specific question correctly. Whoever was closest to the actual percentage, high or low, scored the actual percentage points. If both contestants guessed the same percentage, either contestant was given the option to change their estimate. The contestant who scored the points could then either answer the question without conferring with his or her spouse or challenge his or her opponent to answer. A right answer or a successful challenge added the remaining percentage points to the couple's score. For example, if 53% answered the question correctly, a team earned 53 points for the closer guess. Well, I mean, not closer, a closer guess. Sorry. And could earn an additional 47 points from a correct answer to the question or a successful challenge. If the contestant with the initial control missed the question, the opponent could steal the points. Originally, a successful challenge also allowed the contestant to answer the question for the same number of points. The first couple to reach 300 points won the game and $300. Originally, if a team guessed the percentage exactly right, they won the game automatically. A week later, in addition to winning the game, the team won a cash jackpot that started originally at $25,000 and then $10,000 and increased by $1,000 for every game in which it went unclaimed. Any couple who won 5 consecutive games received a new card, just like what they did with the Joker's Wild and Tic Tac Toe and Bullseye, which was actually this series' replacement, debuting in the fall of the same year after this was canceled. But I'll get to that in a little bit. Then, on March 3rd, 1980, the format was overhauled to a solo contestant format. 2 individual contestants, one returning champion, competed in a straight quiz. 3 categories were played in each game. 2 of the categories were selected by the players before the game, with each player selecting one that they felt they knew the most about. The third category consisted of random general knowledge questions and was called potluck, which of course also was a category used on Joker's Wild and Tic Tac Toe. And I believe Bullseye too, I think. Yeah, it was. A round started with a category being determined by a randomizer, and 2 questions were asked in that category. The challenger chose a value from 10 to 90 points in 10-point increments for the first question, with the points based on the percentage of the people surveyed who answered the question incorrectly, rounded to the nearest 10. Answering correctly earned the challenger the points, but the champion could steal them if the challenger did not answer correctly. The second question was played the same way, but with the champion determining the value. If one of the 2 pre-selected categories was chosen, both questions would be asked in turn. If potluck was chosen, both questions were toss-ups and could be answered by either player by buzzing in. Later, every question became a toss-up. The first contestant to reach 250 points won the game and $500 in advance to the bonus round. If there was no winner after 5 rounds, a final toss-up question decided the winner. The player who was in the lead gained to choose the category, who then advanced to the bonus round. And like with the first format, any contestant won 5 consecutive games won, you guessed it, a new car. Now then, I will tell you the bonus round went through 2 changes as well. The first format had the couple gave a target percentage that was larger than 0. The host read a question and 3 possible answers. One answer, usually the correct one, was the most popular and awarded the most points. Another choice was a less popular answer, and the third answer received no response and scored 0 points. The couple chose an answer and scored points based on the percentage of the poll that also gave that response. If the couple chose an answer that was scored 0, the bonus round ended immediately. Yeah, the 0% is your big worry. Just like if the devil pops up on the Joker's Wild bonus round, or if you hit the dragon on Tic Tac Toe, or even if you get struck by the lightning on Bullseye later on. Where was I? Oh, yes. The couple could also choose to end the bonus round any time and take $10 per point earned. However, if a couple accumulated 100 points or more, the couple won $2,500. Also, if a couple chose an answer with a percentage that matched exactly the percentage stated at the start of the bonus round, the couple won a cash jackpot that started at $25,000 and increased by $1,000 each day. Now, starting a week after it premiered, on January 14th, format was changed to remove the jackpot. Also, the couple was required to choose both scoring answers before moving to the next question. Now, then it changed again. Starting on the show's 5th week, a single question was presented with a list of 6 possible answers. 5 of the answers were given by the survey respondents, and one answer was not given. Contestants chose answers one at a time, winning $10 per point or $2,500 for guessing all 5 actual responses and avoiding the answer with 0%. As before, selecting the answer with the 0% ended the game and forfeit all bonus winnings up to that point, which of course included a prize package, but let me get to that. The $2,500 cash prize was later replaced with a prize package worth between $3,000 and $4,000, which included $1,000 in cash. When the format changed from couples to individual contestants, the champion was permitted to bring a spouse, other relative, or friend on stage, but only for moral support. The champion was the only person who selected answers. The supporter was permitted to suggest answers, but it was the champion's decision. To ensure that the percentage points in this format always added up to 100%, the points awarded were based on the percentage of the people who responded with that answer in relation to the 5 most popular answers of that survey, not the actual number of people who gave that answer. From February 18th until the program's cancellation, the same prize package was at stake for the entire show until 1. So anyway, about after about 9 months, yeah, the show ended and was replaced with Bullseye. Now, of course, the theme's music was done by Hal Hitty, who of course also did the music for Joker's Wild and Tic Tac Toe and other Barry Enright produced game shows. The, the show was produced at KCOP TV Chris Craft Studios in Los Angeles. Now, after its run, USA actually aired the show for a couple for I'm trying to make sure for over a couple of years from April 1987 to June 1989. Game Show Network also aired episodes sporadically over the years. If to find an episode, it's very easy. There are a few episodes of player percentages available on YouTube. Most of them are just married couples. Now, I can't remember the contestant's name, but one player who was a contestant on there actually did have an episode and a half of his appearance on the show, as a matter of fact. So that might be easy to find as well. So, like I said, it's very tricky to find, but you can find a few episodes of player percentages on YouTube. If you're curious about this game, I'd say give it a watch. You might like it or you may not. You be the judge. I can't really find much footage to show you in a freeze frame though, but I will tell you it's not too bad of a game. So anyway, despite its short stay, player percentages I feel like is in a way an underrated game show in my book. But I've been wrong before to try and include something like that there. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Wide World Game Shows. What do you think of player percentages? Have you ever watched this game show before? Well, if you have, let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow and make the views grow. And next time, I'll be bringing to you another TV log, and this time it'll be on the Police Academy animated series. I'm looking forward to doing that one. So if you like this, check out the episodes of Wide World Game Shows with these other 2 underrated games that Barry and Enright did. In the upper left-hand corner is the episode idea on this series replacement, and that's Bullseye. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see the episode idea on Hot Potato from 1984. Or, if you would like, you can go to the bottom left-hand corner and check out the episode idea on another game that Geoff Edwards hosted. And this is, well, the only one I know that he's hosted twice in the 70s and the late 80s, and that's Jackpot. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Wide World of Game Shows, then I'm your guy. We'll have another episode of Wide World Game Shows coming up sometime. Details to follow if I bring it in for next month. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.